Hey guys, back again with another quick video guide, this time on the Heal Druid. And before we get into that, I want to thank everybody up to this point who has subscribed. And once I break 500, I will be doing a little bit of a get to know me video about my history with the game, as well as it's going to kind of double as a channel introduction. So if you would like to see that video, or you're just into the content, please consider subscribing. The Heal Druid is the OG triple OG healer of Guild Wars 2, where the Guardian got its heal elite specialization much later in the game. Druid was introduced as the Ranger's first elite specialization, forever doing it as a healer, and even though it recently got a viable Condi DPS build, the Druid has traditionally been one of the most versatile, best in slot healers for group content. Since it was the primary healer for the vast majority of Raidwing releases, its kit was in mind to help mitigate a lot of the mechanics that you see in Raidwings 1 through 4, which is great because those 4 wings are the ones that are required for legendary armor. The gear is going to be full Harrier's gear with Runes of the Monk, and this is pretty standard for most healers. While you can take Sigil of Transference and Concentration on your weapons, most of the time you will be using a staff with Axe Warhorn. However, in the upcoming months with Soto, we will be introduced to the Mace, so that is likely going to be replacing Axe for the standard build. And in some encounters like Solus Horror or Samurag, you'll likely want to drop the Axe Warhorn option for a longbow. And once we get into the traits, you'll also make an alteration there. The Druid is able to provide most boons with a high degree of uptime. The most important boon is Alacrity, but it also provides protection, might, and many others. You will mostly be running Marksmanship, Nature Magic, and Druid, though some people do run Skirmishing as an alternative to Marksmanship. For the Marksmanship trait line, Pet Swapping activates the trait Carrion Bond, which gives you a lesser Call of the Wild for some Might, Fury, and Swiftness. Moment of Clarity increases the effectiveness of stuns and dazes and break bar conditions that you provide. And the Grandmaster you normally take is Predator's Onslaught for a slight damage buff, or you'll be taking Lead the Wind if you are doing one of those encounters that I mentioned earlier. This is just so that way your longbow projectiles pierce, so that way you don't end up pushing the wrong thing when you're trying to get the Solus Horror out of the group, or you are trying to push Rigum into Samurag. In Nature Magic, you just have a ton of healing modifiers. This allows your skills to heal in addition to their other effects. It also helps to provide protection and vigor to your subgroup. And in Druid, you just have more healing modifiers. The most important one is the Grandmaster trait, Grace of the Land, which allows you to apply Alacrity with your Celestial Avatar skills. For utilities, I recommend Glyph of Rejuvenation, Sun Spirit, Stone Spirit, Glyph of Equality, and Glyph of the Stars. The heal skill heals allies around you, especially more so in Celestial Avatar. Sun Spirit for Might, Stone Spirit for Protection and Aegis, Equality for a party-wide stun break, and Glyph of the Stars for stability or a pulsing res. The glyph skills do different things based on if you are in Celestial Avatar or not, so depending on what you want to accomplish, you may be required to pop into CA before using those skills. For the playstyle, you will be using your pet skills and pet swapping fairly often to trigger the traits that provide boons and to provide the boons that your pets give. Using your staff skills for general healing, you can blast your staff 5 with your staff 3 for an AoE heal, and you can also cast your staff 2 on a enemy or on an ally. You generate your Celestial Avatar by dealing damage or by healing allies, and you generate your Alacrity by using your Celestial Avatar skills on your allies. You can generate quite a decent amount of Alacrity, allowing you to hold off on going into this form on cooldown. But CA, the Celestial Avatar mode, that's where you get the bulk of your healing. So even if you just spam, go into CA, off cooldown, blow your skills, and then get out of it, you'll have pretty good success. And once you learn the encounters, you can time your Celestial Avatar to top up your party and then use the enhanced version of your healing skill to like re-heal after a big hit. That's kind of what you see in Veil Guardian. That's what you see in a lot of other fights. This class has some of the largest raw healing output out of any healer, and it has the versatility to solo a lot of different mechanics. So you can drop Glyph of the Stars, take Entangle for when you need snares. You can drop Glyph of Equality for Glyph of Tides or Mud Trap. There are really a large amount of things that can be done with this build, and it's really a fun support class to play. This was the first support class that I learned how to play back when Heart of Thorns Rage just came out, and I still break it out from time to time to just have some fun and try something a little different. With that, I want to thank you all for watching, and if you haven't yet, please consider liking the video, subscribing for more, and let me know in the comments what you think or if I missed anything. So once again, thank you, and I will see you next time.